Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do a basic drilling open a Hot Wheels and then tapping it to put screws in it. You're gonna need a couple of things. These are the things and the way that I do it. I use a 1/16 drill bit to drill the center of the rivet, to put the screws in. I use a 3/16 drill bit to drill the rivet completely off of there. I use M2 either by 3 or by 4 millimeter screws, just depending on the application. I use a 1/16 tap. My tap is all old, and then this little tool right here to kind of just, and then you got your drill. And then today we are going to be doing a mainline and a premium. So let's get started. Mainlines are always easier because they have a plastic base. Just have to open your Hot Wheels. And then we're going to use, what I do is we use the 1/16 right in that center hole and kind of drill it open a little bit further in. Let me put my drill bit on my drill and we will get started. All right, so here I just put it right inside that center hole and just kind of drill down as straight as you possibly can. Then you do the back one. And then you switch drill bits to the 3/16. And then you just kind of center it and drill that rivet out. I just kind of go slowly on here. Just kind of watch for it. So it gets looking to about like that. Then we do the front one. Again, these are the steps that you just gotta take your time a little bit, And then once it's looking about right there, then you should be able to just pry it open. And you got your base with the wheels. You got your interior and your glass. And you have your car. And so now you should see the little center hole where you did. So I switched back to the 1/16 drill bit. And then put it right inside of there where it's already, and then drill in a little bit deeper. Usually about another 1 to 2 millimeters in. And then bam. And then we're going to use our tap. I know some people use oil. Put a little oil in there if you want. I've never have. And, again, personal preference. And then you're just going to try to go as centered as you possibly can. And start threading in. Putting your threads in there. Back it out. And again, you want to do this kind of slow because I have broken these inside of here and then there's no way of getting them out. So I just kind of, slowly work your way in there. Now you kind of feel it where it gets hard and it stops, then you just back it out. And now you have threads. So now if you were doing a wheel swap, you know, you take these out, but that'll be a video for another time. And you just pop everything back in. And then let me grab some washers real quick. I do tend to put some washers in there. I use just some M2 washers. Grab 2 of these little things. And then you're gonna grab 2 screws and a little Allen wrench here. All right, and then you put your little washer on there just like that, and then you just thread it on. And you do your back side. You just have to be careful with these things because they're so tiny. I'm out of the 3 millimeter screws. I do have some coming in, so this type of application 3 millimeter is probably better, but for the sakes of this video, you know, we'll use the 4s. And then you just thread that bad boy in there, and bam. Now it's being held back in place. That, you know, is how you do that. I'm gonna grab 2 more screws. We'll do the premium, 2 washers. There's the 2 washers. And again, like I said, there's different ways people do this. Just kind of how I do it. Always worked for me. We got this Circuit Legends Porsche 911 that eventually will be a custom. So that's why I'm going ahead and drilling it, you know, doing all that good stuff. This is a metal base. Metal bases are a little different just because, you know, they're metal based compared to plastic. But you pretty much do the same thing. You get your 2, you use your 1/16 drill bit, and there's already a hole there, so I kind of just, you know, run it in there a little bit. Do the back side. And then you swap over to your 3/16 drill bit. Oh, tap the camera in. And then just drill that rivet open. And on these, you can kind of see on there, it's kind of hard to see, but in there, you can kind of see where it's cracked around, like you formed a little circle. So then you should be able to just pop this thing. You see, make sure. Yep. And you should be able to just kind of pop this thing open. There's your base with wheels. Your interior. This one has a roll cage. your windshield. And this one also has a spoiler, so we'll take the spoiler back off. There's the spoiler. And there you go, that is the car. And then to tap it, again, you switch back over to your 1/16 drill bit. And you stick it in that hole and just drill about another millimeter further in. Do the front also. Always be careful, don't go too deep. I have drilled this thing all the way through into my finger. It's not fun. All right, now you grab your tap once again and you center it. You just kind of start threading in. You just kind of go until you kind of feel it to where it stops. Then you back it out. Clean off your tab. Do the back side. Center it and you start threading in to where it stops. You back that out, clean that tab, and boom, now you got threads in there. And now you can reassemble this. If you're doing a wheel swap, like I said, I'm going to use these for customs, but that'll be on a different video. I can also show you guys how to wheel swap. Put your roll cage in there. Put your interior. Put it onto where it clips on with the wing. Oh. Roll cage moved on me. There we go. And then you put your base on. I'll grab my little Allen wrench, my screw, my washer, and just screw it on. I'm just kind of holding it to where I can. All right, there's one side. This is the hardest part probably to me. It's just these things are so small. Oh, there we go. Just start threading it in. Just tighten it to where it's tight. And bam. So that is how you drill open a Hot Wheels. You tap it and you can put screws. So if you like this kind of content, guys, give me a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what other kind of videos you want to see.